Hey everybody, it's Miranda, and today I'm actually doing a request video. This is requested by the girls of Littlefield Lake, which are my sister's friends. So they're having this, they call it Bean Day. I don't really know what it is. I'm going to it. It's next weekend. It's here in Michigan. They just have a little celebration up at their cottage. I know they have dirt bike racing on the lake. I don't know, my dad rides dirt bikes, so he's going up there with his ice bike. They play hockey, and I don't really know what else. And I don't know if the beans is the whole Bean Day thing is Bean Day for chili or Bean Day for baked beans, or if it's a competition where everyone makes beans. I don't really know, but it's called Bean Day, and basically you're outside the entire day. And if you guys know how the weather is in Michigan and the snow, it's freezing cold. You have to totally bundle up, and the girls wanted to know basically how they could get and be outside and still look cute without looking like they have a ton of makeup caked on their face. And they also wanted to know how you could look cute wearing a hat. So you guys can see this is the type of hat I recommend wearing while still looking cute. You guys can wear all these other hats and they're just going to smush your head down and not look as cute. So you guys can see I'll take off my hat. This is the makeup. It's just a really neutral eye with some really rosy cheeks and a tinted lip chapstick thing. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, please keep watching. Well, this is what my face looks like with no makeup on it, and as you can see, I cannot go out into public like this because it's quite scary if you ask me. So you guys can see I get a lot of redness around my nose. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's because I've been blowing my nose a lot because it's winter, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like that. It's also going to get really dry around your nose. I also get a lot of redness around my eyes, and then just my whole skin in general is got discoloration going on. Plus I have some blemishes because I broke out. So yeah, not very flattering. So first of all, if you guys aren't used to wearing a foundation, the only step you're going to need to use right now is a moisturizer. I need to put some sort of foundation on, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But if you guys aren't used to wearing foundation, definitely make sure you at least do the moisturizing step because you want to make sure your skin's nice and hydrated. You also want to make sure you're wearing something with an SPF in it. Although it might not seem like it, if you're outside, it's cloudy, there are still UV rays coming through the sun. They're bouncing off the snow all over. You can actually get a tan in the winter, as crazy as it sounds, especially if the sun's out. So what I'm going to be using today is the Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15. Usually use is this Mary Kay Time Wise Age Fighting Moisturizer because it's very hydrating, which is good for winter, but it doesn't have an SPF in it. If that's the case for you guys, take your favorite moisturizer and then pull out your summer stuff and mix the two together. For example, this is my summer SPF stuff that's good for your face. This is the Banana Boat Ultra Defense Faces. I would just mix these two together. So you can use those. And then another one is, if you guys want to give a little bit of color but you don't want a foundation, a really great one is the Jergens Natural Glow Healthy Complexion. This one has an SPF of 20 in it, and I have the color medium to tan skin tones, and that just gets you a little bit tanner. But so you use one of those first of all. If you guys have a tinted moisturizer, that's ideal for this, but I feel like tinted moisturizers are great for spring and summer, but not quite as moisturizing as what you would need for winter. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mix my favorite foundation with the moisturizer. If you guys use Bare Essentials or some sort of powder or mineral foundation, you can do this exact same step. You're just going to sprinkle it in. So what I'm going to do is mix these two together in equal proportions. I'm going to mix them together on the top of my hand and then apply it with a brush, but you guys can use your hand for this as well. And I'm using the Revlon ColorStay makeup. This actually has an SPF in it, but you need moisturizer too. This is 150 Buff. So put a little bit of that on your hand, or in your hand if you're using your hands to do this. And you guys can add more and mix more later if you want to. So that's how much foundation I use, which might be too much, but oh well. And there's the moisturizer. If you guys can see, I'm kind of going crazy with moisturizer. That's because I want this to be the main step. Now, I did already put, just mix it together like this. I'm using a foundation brush here. And if you guys are being proactive with your skin, make sure you put an eye moisturizer on before this. I did that when I got out of the shower. So, alright, so I'm mixing this up. I'm just going to start kind of patting it around my face. I need to get to my hair out of the way. And then just kind of start blending it in. So what we want to do next is go in with a stippling brush like this. This is the Sigma at 50, and I'm just going to kind of buff it out. And this will just kind of blend everything and make it look a little smoother until it's dry. Mainly around like the eye, the edges of your face. The cheeks can stay the way they are, but this gets everything else blended in nicely. If you guys use your hands, you don't need to do that step. I just like to do this particular step when I'm using a foundation brush. And then what I'm doing is I'm just taking it, and I put some MAC brush cleaner down on this, and I'm just wiping it off because I'm going to use this for blush later. And with the MAC cleaner, if you use just a little bit, it dries pretty quickly. So, yeah. Alright, next I'm going to go in with concealer just to get all those areas that I want covered. I'm using the Maybelline Dream Mousse concealer in Ivory. And just apply that with your finger. You guys can use a brush if you want. With this actual product, I like to use my finger because it sort of like melts the product from that moussey form, the moussey consistency it's in. And I like to do my eyes. You want to do any area you get redness. If you guys get redness in between your eyes right here, do it right there. A lot of people get redness around their nose. So you want to make sure you do that. And then any blemishes you have. Okay. So now that we have this like dewy look going on, which isn't exactly, you can leave it like this if you want it to go outside, but I prefer to set it. So I'm using the Mercier mineral powder. This is in the color Real Sand. This one has an SPF of 15 as well. This another really great thing to use is like the Bare Essentials. You can use that for this. You guys can use any sort of loose powder you have. And I'm just putting it in the lid like that, and I'm using a large powder brush. You can use a kabuki if you want. I like to use this one. And this is going to keep your foundation from moving around. It's going to really set it. I like that it also adds some extra SPF. Alright. So there we go, that's it for foundation. Alright, while I'm at it, I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of bronzer right now just because I don't want my face to look so, pale. And when you're going to be outside, you're going to get even more pale, I feel, and your cheeks get a little rosy, but I'm going to use a little bit of bronzer. I'm using NARS, of course. And I'm just going to kind of buff it into the cheekbone as opposed to underneath. And then around the temples. And then a little bit on the forehead, down the nose, the chin. And then also make sure you guys get your neck. And my brush is shedding. Okay. Go ahead and just do my blush right now just because a lot of times I'll do my eyes first, but I'm just going to do my face first because I know what I'm going to be wearing. For blush, I'm going to be using a cream blush. I'm using Posey by MAC. And I like the cream blushes because they're going to stay put a little bit better in the winter time, plus they're going to be a little bit more hydrating as opposed to the powders. So I'm applying that with the stippling brush. You guys can apply this with your fingers if you want. I just don't think it goes on as smooth. If you guys don't have a MAC one you can go pick up from the drugstore is the NYC. And I have the color Plaza Pink, but another really pretty one is the Big Apple Red, I think it's called. But just put this on your cheeks. It's going to give you that pretty rosy glow. You want it to be like a darker pink. Not the baby pink, because you're not going to be able to see the baby pink if you put that on. And I like to, when I'm doing this for like a winter, I kind of like to go up here a little bit, so it just kind of gives it that flushed look. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I like it. I don't normally do that, but whatever. And then I'm going to go back over it with the powder brush just to kind of set it a little bit. Alright, you guys, this step is completely optional. I'm using it. I'm going to use, you guys can use like a shimmery eyeshadow for this if you don't have a highlighter, but I like to highlight my cheekbones and my nose a little bit. Alright, face is done. Okay, moving on. Now for the eye, I'm going to keep the eye nice and basic. Just basically, I just want a little bit of a wash of a color over it because my eyelashes tend to, or my eyelashes, because my eyelids tend to get red. I like to at least put some sort of like skin color down on. The base I'm going to put down for this is I'm going to be using my MAC Painterly paint pot. If you guys don't have a paint pot, you guys can, a really great thing you can use for this is to put a little bit more concealer down for this. I like to use concealers with a stickier base if I'm going to be doing it for eyeshadows, like the ones that come in a stick form. Rimmel has one, CoverGirl has one. Those ones are the best for getting eyeshadows to stick, but I'm just applying this with a concealer brush because mine's down so low. You don't want to put like a ton on with whichever one you're using, whether it be concealer or the paint pot, because if it's on too thick, it's going to crease your eyeshadow. Yeah, that's not going to look very cute. So I'm just putting this on to sort of mute out any sort of color that's on there. If you guys have the Bare Study paint pot, that would be really pretty to wear as well. It's like a champagne-y color. Alright, now for the shadow. If you do not have MAC shadows, I'm going to be using the color Naked Lunch, which is right here. It's just like a pretty, like a skin color with a little bit of shimmer in it. A really great, like, I guess dupe for this would be by, I think it's CoverGirl. The color Champagne. I'm pretty sure it's CoverGirl Champagne. Champagne is a really pretty color. I used that all the time when I was younger. And it would be really beautiful for this. Alright, so I'm just using a shader brush for that, and I'm just putting it all over the eyelid. You guys can see this is like pretty much skin color with a little bit of a sheen to it. So it's really nice and natural, because you don't want to look too done up. The main focus, I think, is getting your complexion good to go for the snow, because I feel like any like blemish or anything you have on your face starts to really like stand out when you're outside, because your face starts to get paler and the blemishes and your discoloration gets redder. So yeah, they just start to stand out. So that's all we're going to do for the eye. You guys can put more eyeshadow on if you want, but this is basic and we're just going to leave it at that. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply mascara, and after I apply mascara, I'm going to see whether or not I want to apply eyeliner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use waterproof mascara, just because if you're outside and it's going to be snow, you could get snow on your face and it's a lot less likely to leak. Now, a lot of time waterproof mascaras tend to dry out in the winter, so all you got to do is rub it in your hands a little bit and you'll feel your hands start to get like warm. That'll warm up the product. Waterproof base mascaras have a lot more wax in them. So if you think of wax in winter, obviously it's going to harden up a little bit outside. So just warm it up a little bit. And then because they tend to dry out a lot faster, make sure you guys aren't like pumping it like that. That's awful to do. It's going to put air down into the tube and it's going to dry your mascara out way quicker and you'll have to buy more. So basically it's not very cost efficient. If you want to try to get more product out, all you got to do is put it down, swirl it around, and pull it out. That's all you guys gotta do. So I'm gonna apply this really quick and see whether or not I even want to apply eyeliner. Okay guys, I'm back, and I don't think I'm gonna apply any eyeliner. I think this will be good. What I did was I focused the mascara, like coating it really to the outer like edges. That gives it kind of more of a butterfly look, and it makes you less likely to have to wear any eyeliner. But if you guys want to wear eyeliner, feel free to go ahead and do that. I just think this will be a lot better, so it's a lot more natural. So, alright, now for lips, all we're going to do for lips is apply, you guys can use like a traditional chapstick or a tinted lip conditioner. So what I'm using is the MAC tinted lip conditioner with SPF 15, and it's the color Petting Pink, and it looks like this. It's gorgeous. I know that L'Oreal Hip has jelly balms, I think they're called, which are similar to this, but any sort of chapstick or lip gloss with an SPF will be great. I like this one because it has a little bit of color. So that's it. This is the finished look. You guys can figure out if you want to do it. I want to add a little bit more blush, so I have a little bit more of a rosy look. When I'm not wearing eyeliner and stuff, I like to have a little bit more of an intense face. Set that again. Alright. Alright, so that's it for the makeup. Hopefully this is really easy for you guys. I tried to give you like duplicates, so if you want to go out to the drugstore, you can go pick those up so you don't have to like go to MAC and spend a ton of money. Some of the stuff you might already have on hand, you can certainly find stuff that is like similar to what I use that you might have at home. So, okay, the girls also asked me for a way of how you can wear like a hat and still look cute. So what I would suggest for this is I already round brushed my hair. You guys can wear your hair straight for this. Or you can wear it curly. I would suggest doing something with a little bit of body in your hair, just because if you wear it stick straight, it's just going to look like it's like stuck to your head. So I like it to have a little bit of body to it. If you want to curl it, go ahead and curl it, but I'm going to show you guys what I do. And whenever I'm wearing a hat, I like to clip the part of my bang back. That way it's out of my face, it doesn't get weird hat head, and if you have to take your hat off, it's kind of like it just still looks cute. So I have a lot of different hats. For example, I have this one. It's a North Face hat. I have some of these white hats like this. I also have, if you guys have seen them, like these little sort of hats. And basically, the best for like being outdoors, what I like to wear is the hats with the little balls on them. And I really like the ones that have the little like, I don't know what you call this, the little visor thing. And you guys can buy these anywhere. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Kmart. If they're not in the women's section, they'll be in the men's section. But what I like about these is you can wear them really like frumpy and cute, and they still are like, they're still practical. They still cover your ears. They still keep you warm. I feel like with these ones, they do not cover your ears. Any of these ones. They don't cover my ears. They might keep your head warm, but I want my ears to be warm because I don't want to deal with wind chill. So this one's my favorite. I actually got this one from Forever 21, and I just think it's so cute. It's like a little derby hat. So the way I wear hats is I take them, put them on, and I always kick them to the side to give them a little something different. And I always kick it to the side. I like do it down farther on the side, the opposite of my part. So if that makes sense. You guys can do it the opposite way around if you want. I just like it how it looks better this way. So you just do that, pull it down over your ears, and then there you go. Really super cute. And then you guys can see the hair just lays nice and cute. And these sort of hats don't completely like smash your hair down. And you guys can see it's completely covering my ears. Now, if you were wearing your hair down and you want to have a little bit more volume, just kind of back comb the ends here with a comb. I'm not going to do it because I'm not wearing it like this, but if you guys decide to wear your hair like curled, you can refer back to my videos on how to curl your hair. The big loose curls looks really great when you guys wear hats. And all you would do for that is just take a comb, which I don't have a comb available, but you just take the comb and then just kind of back comb into your hair like that. So it would give it a lot more volume, and you guys can hairspray it if you want. But this is what I would wear. So, and then you can see when you take it off, your hair's, I mean, it's going to be a little bit poofy or whatever, but this isn't going to completely smash your head down. And you got the little piece pinned back, so it looks really simple and cute. Now, if you guys want to wear, I'll just show you. Hats like this. I always kick it to the side, like I said. This covers one ear, but not the other one, so it's not very efficient. This type of hat. Makes me feel like, I don't know, the Reese Witherspoon hat. No. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. This easy, super easy little winter look. Make sure you guys are wearing lots of moisturizer and staying warm. And that's it for now. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.